All right, let's get real for a second. Be honest, how many times have you checked your bank account, maybe halfway through the month, and just thought, where did all my money even go? If you feel like financial freedom is some kind of exclusive club you're not invited to, then this is for you. We're going to break down 5 simple wealth rules that can totally change the game, especially if you're in that 18 to 35 sweet spot.
Does this hit a little too close to home? You know, the money comes in and just as fast, poof, it's gone. Look, you are not alone in this. It's a super common feeling, but it is not a life sentence. It's just a problem, and it's one with a clear solution. So let's tackle it.
So here's the best way to think about it. Your income is like water pouring into a bucket. Now, if that bucket has holes in it, we're talking impulse buys, subscriptions you forgot about, those weekend splurges, it really doesn't matter how much water you pour in, right? It's always going to leak out. So making more money won't fix a spending problem. First, you got to plug the leaks. Okay, so how do we plug those leaks? Well, the very first step is a simple but super powerful tool that just brings instant clarity to your finances. It's called the 50-30-20 rule.
And the rule itself is just beautifully simple. You take your salary, and 50% of it goes to your absolute needs. That's stuff like rent, groceries, your essential bills. 30% is for your wants. This is your lifestyle money, for movies, trips, eating out. And then, the most important part, a non-negotiable 20% goes straight into savings and investments.
Sounds simple in theory, right? But we all know it's way tougher in practice. That Amazon sale notification pops up and you're thinking, oh, I'll just get this one thing. And then suddenly 5 boxes show up at your door and your budget is completely blown. We have all been there. It's a pattern for sure, but it's a pattern you can absolutely break. So how do you actually make it stick? With this simple 2-step hack. First, the day you get paid, the very same day, you immediately transfer that 20% into a separate investment or savings account. You pay yourself first. Then, for step 2, you spend the rest of that 80% completely guilt-free because you know your future is already taken care of. This one habit, it just automates your financial discipline.
So what happens to that 20% you're saving? Well, it's not meant to just sit in a bank account gathering dust. No, you're going to put it to work with one of the most powerful forces in the entire financial universe, the magic of compounding.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The legend himself, Warren Buffett, called it the 8th wonder of the world. It's basically the process where your investments start earning their own returns, creating this incredible snowball effect over time. So what does this actually look like in real numbers? Well, it's kind of mind-blowing. If you invest just 10,000 rupees a month and get an average annual return of 12%, in 25 years, that investment grows to over 1.3 crore rupees. That's the power of just being consistent over time.
But what if you're thinking, I'm young, I'll start later? Okay, let's look at this story of Ram and Sham. Ram starts investing 5,000 rupees a month at age 25, and he stops after just 10 years. Sham waits until he's 35, but he invests double, 10,000 a month, for the rest of his career. So who has more money at age 60? It's Ram. Why? Because he gave his money more time to compound. Starting early is so much more powerful than investing more later.
Look, the takeaway here is brutally simple. Every single day you wait to invest, you are actively losing out on the potential growth of your money. Delaying is literally like hitting your own foot with a financial axe, or as we'd say, a kulahati. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is right now.
All right, let's talk about the next rule, because we need to bust a dangerous myth that so many of us grew up with. We were taught that a single, high-paying job is the key to wealth. But honestly, in today's world, that is one of the riskiest financial strategies you can have. True wealth is built on a foundation of multiple income streams.
Your main job, that's your starting point. That's stream number 1. But from there, you can add side hustles, like freelancing. You can build digital assets. Think a YouTube channel or online courses that literally earn money while you sleep. And of course, your investments in stocks and mutual funds, they eventually become another powerful income stream all on their own.
And this isn't just some nice theory. The actual data is kind of shocking. A staggering 65% of millionaires have 3 or more income streams. They get it. They understand that diversifying your income, not just your investments, is the real key to building and protecting wealth.
Think about it this way. Relying on a single salary is like sitting on a one-legged stool. It feels stable, sure, right up until the moment it gets kicked out from under you. Multiple streams give you stability, they give you security, and they dramatically speed up your path to financial freedom. So start thinking, what skills do I have that someone would pay for?
So, we've covered some really powerful strategies. But I gotta be honest, none of them will work without the most important piece of the entire puzzle. This isn't just another rule. It's like the operating system for everything else. It's a critical shift in your mindset.
Let me just break this down. The common mindset follows a really simple formula. You earn money, and then you spend it. Simple. But the wealthy mindset is different. They earn money, then they multiply that money through investments, and only then do they use the returns from those investments to upgrade their lifestyle. You see the difference? They make their money work for them before they spend it.
Let's see how this plays out over just a decade. Imagine two friends. Friend 1 gets their first big paycheck and buys that dream bike for 1.5 lakhs. Friend 2 invests that exact same amount into a simple index fund. Fast forward 10 years. The first friend has a depreciating old bike. The second friend? They have a portfolio that has grown like crazy. Small, early decisions create wildly different futures.
So let's put it all together. We've laid out the framework, right? You control your spending with the 50-30-20 rule. You harness the incredible power of compounding by starting early. You build security with multiple income streams, and you run it all with a mindset of multiplying your money, not just spending it.
And so the choice really is yours. Are you going to choose that default path of just earning and spending, or are you going to choose the intentional path of earning, multiplying, and building real lasting wealth? The small decisions you make today are going to define the financial reality you live in tomorrow.
Now, these financial rules, they are the bedrock. They absolutely work. But once that foundation is solid, you can start looking for accelerators. And one of the most powerful accelerators out there today involves building those digital assets we talked about, a way to generate serious income, often without ever having to even show your face on camera.
So now that you have the wealth building framework down, our next explainer is all about hitting the accelerator. We are diving deep into a very specific YouTube niche that is quietly creating a whole new wave of financially free creators. If you're ready for that next step, you know where to find it.